Happy Friday to you. Welcome to my channel, The Real Fee Nicole. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the bell so every time I post a video, you will be notified. Baby, today is Friday, July 21st, I think. If I'm wrong on the date, I'll put it up on the screen later. Anyhow, we are going to eat some seafood today. Your girl is going to do a seafood mukbang. And guess what? You guys are going to be right there with me. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It's me, Fee. I'm here with my sister,
Queen Green.
Period. This video today is brought to you by none other than Picture This 360 and my sister's business,
Toro. T Greasy.
period. So if you need to rent a vehicle or if you're in need for a 360 machine, look up Picture This 360 on Facebook. It's Picture This 360 Jacks or Picture This 360 Jacks on Instagram. And you go to Turo.com if you're in need of a rental car. They have a Kia
Rio. A 2023 Kia Rio and a 2015 Maserati.
Period. Well, today is Friday, guys, and we're going to get this little mukbang started, and we're going to talk about some things and get it started. We got our drinks here, our little mocktails.
Watermelon. Watermelon Minute Maid.
Period. It look good, though. Yes. So, child, we're just going to go ahead and get this conversation started. We're going to talk about some relationships today and just go from there. Queen Green is married. I am single and divorced. I mean, I'm in a relationship, but I'm still single. So I can talk about the marriage side and talk about the being single side, and she can still talk about the being married and vice versa.
Being single.
Yes, being single. Hey, it ain't easy out here in these streets. We both have daughters. I have a daughter that is 21 years old. She'll be 22 here soon. And Queen?
I have 3 daughters. One will be 25 in October. The middle will be 21 in October. And my baby girl is just turned 19 in April. So, yeah, I have 3 girls. My husband has 4. So, I have a total of 7 kids. 3 boys and 1 daughter. And then we have a football team. Grandkids, god kids, you name it, we got it.
Period. Well, I'm going to talk about relationships and how you must nurture them. Even with starting off as being a mother, you have to nurture your relationships with your children. Because I would be the first one to say this road has been rocky with having an adult child. Like during her adolescent years, it was fine. It was easy. I mean, that was my bestie. But baby, when these ladies get grown and they start smelling themselves and baby giving their pocketbook away, you can't tell them nothing. When I say you can't tell them, they thank you. Listen to me. Hear me when I tell you. So it's very important that you nurture those relationships, because if you don't, they'll fall apart. Definitely fall apart.
So speaking of nurturing, I have 3 girls, so of course they are different personalities, but
Yes.
what I've learned as they got older, my style of nurturing them in the relationship had to change. Couldn't treat them like a baby, even though I wanted to. And I'll never forget, my pastor told me, she was just like, you got to trust them. You got to trust what you instilled in them. You got to trust what you have taught them, that they'll stick to those morals and values. And sometimes they don't. But, you know, as a parent, you did your part. But I had to learn that I had to change my style of parenting with my daughters as they got older, because they wasn't babies anymore.
Good old mushroom, girl.
So nasty.
So
See how she
delicious.
eat 'em. So gross.
But yeah, you definitely. That's been my struggle as far as letting go. Like realizing she's an adult and the parenting style. You're passing me one. Thank you. The parenting style looks different than when she was an adolescent because this lady making her own decisions and I can't tell her what to do. Baby, I say left, she go right. She make a U-turn. She ain't doing nothing I tell her to do. So it's like you got to find that medium and basically let them go out there and bump their head. As a mother, I can say that has been the hardest thing. That has been the most difficult things for me, because baby, I have had a lot of sleepless nights and I have shed a lot of tears. I feel like that is the toughest task that God gives women, being a mother. Like, it ain't no walk in the park, and it ain't for the weak. Hear me when I tell you. So she's pregnant now with a little girl. Baby, God finna spin the block for me a couple of times. So yeah, I'm gonna be there. But yeah, baby, it's gonna come back. Believe me, some of that stuff you did to me, it's gonna come back. And baby, when I tell you I have stuck by her like no other, baby, it's some things this lady done that me and her aren't even supposed to be talking. But because of the relationship, the values and morals that I have from my dad, like the foundation I have, like I can't turn, that's mine. I can't turn my back on her. Like, I'm gonna get mad at her, don't want to talk to her, don't want to help her. But baby, there's some things, if I would tell y'all some of the things, baby, y'all would be like, huh? Some people probably wouldn't even be talking to her. But yeah.
So I have a question for you, Felicia. Just being now where she's at, the place she's in, the things that you have experienced with her, is there anything that you would have done different raising her that probably could have changed the way y'all relationship is now, whether it's good or bad?
I don't know, because I feel like I did a good job. I feel like peer pressure, and what changed Carly, I think, is when she got out in the streets and she got under the influence of other people. You have to be strong within this society today, and in this what these kids deal with today and what they have a hold to. Like, I had problems with her in 8th grade, maybe middle school. Whenever she got a cell phone, it started with Kick. With the stuff that the kids, I would have to take her cell phone because they would be on there saying and doing inappropriate things. So it's like, I feel like I raised her in the same values and morals my daddy did raised me, and it was a firm, stern foundation, and she knew, right from wrong. But it's like, she's a follower. The difference between me and her is I'm not a follower. I'm a leader, and I'm stronger than what she was. And you have to be a strong individual to go out that door and think you've grown and deal with the world. They will eat you up and spit you out. So,
but in her defense, in the young people's defense, they deal with a lot more things that we would never had to imagine to deal with.
Yeah,
like
that's what I said.
Cell phones and the internet, and it's easy for them to get into things. We had to work hard to get into trouble. They don't have to do that, so it's easy for them to get into it. But like you said, it all also lies with them being a leader. That's something that they have to know about themselves. Because I have a daughter that was kind of like that too, and I'm like, hey, you need to be a leader. Stop following behind people, because at the end of the day, you are the one that have to pay for those consequences. Because every choice we make has a consequence, whether it's good or bad.
What?
So,
baby.
So I try to teach my daughters to think of what if. if this went this way or this happened that way, what could be the outcome, whether it's good or bad? And sometimes we don't think about the what ifs before we do things and make decisions. And of course, a lot of our young people do that now, and even adults that respond out of their emotions, and then it's too late after the consequences happen.
And I'm gonna say this: I wasn't no angel. God knows I wasn't. I wasn't no angel. I was out there doing stuff that I probably should have been in jail. But guess what? God spared me, and I knew not to bring it back home. Whatever I did, he ain't make it back home to my daddy. No. She ain't play that. Baby, I ain't finna go out in the streets and embarrass my daddy. I'm not. But on the other hand, Carly did something, and this is the point about being a leader and being a follower. She did something, and it landed her in jail. And it's like, there is no way, not the child that I raised was supposed to land in jail for something that she shouldn't even been in there for. Like, it wasn't even her cross to bear. Because she was a follower, she was the fall guy. And had she been her behind home, she wouldn't have been in that predicament. Because guess what? She would have been home and not in the streets. You didn't get put out, baby. You left. So you chose to leave and go out there in them streets. They ate you up and spit you out. Hey, and put you in jail. So had you been your behind home under my guidance, no, I'm not trying to run your life, but you wouldn't have been in jail. You wouldn't have been in jail. But guess what? I believe everything happened for a reason. God allowed it. It needed to happen. So guess what? Mama couldn't save you. Mama couldn't go just run down there and bail you out. Because guess what? Your bond was $100,000. I ain't had $10,000 sitting to the side to go bail her out. So guess what? She had to sit. And during that time, it gave her some time to think, but it also gave me some time to think and cry, because that's my baby at the end of the day. And well, my baby in jail, I didn't think she was equipped for it, but she was stronger than I was. But yeah, that was a lesson where, hey, it happened. It happened. I gotta get us a trash plate, honey. Cause I'm running out of
This is so good.
So good. Y'all better get into these sausages. And I got turkey sausage.
Oh
I ain't getting no pork sausages today. No baby, no honey.
But you know, people have a relationship with food.
What? Okay, child. We had to get us a trash plate. But now we are back. Queen, you started off. You take us in the direction you want to go in.
Wait a minute.
I'm eating.
Clearly.
This
She
is-
got a relationship with that corn right now.
because this is so good.
It is.
Get into this shrimp honey.
Yeah, those are Argentina reds. You had one?
I think this is my second one.
How
I
you like
thought it was they fine, they good. I thought it was gonna be bad. So good.
So good.
Real good.
Okay. So relationships, you're talking about friendships. Let me see. When I was younger, I didn't have a lot of friends in school. I stood out. I was kind of a loner. I didn't hang with the crew. I wasn't part of the popular crowd. Just didn't really get on like that with them. And even when I got older, I really didn't have a lot of friends. I just kind of stood out to myself. A lot of things that people wanted to do and engage in, I just wasn't with that. I was on another level. But then when I got older, God ordained me with some relationships. So I thank God for one for this baby.
I've been one. I've always hung around people and had friends, but I knew when it was my time to move on. I knew when I outgrew people. Like, again, I'm not a follower, so I'm not going to stay in a relationship where I see that there's no growth. I know how to move on. So I have left some people behind, and I'm still cool with them. Hey, girl, how you doing? But we just don't hang and run like we used to. And it's like, if I see some people doing some things that not going in the direction I'm going in, I don't mind. I don't mind backing up at all. Period. And will.
Mm-hmm.
So since I've been a young adult up until now, I think I'm still the same way. Like, there's just people be coming in your life for a reason and a season. So some people's season may be over with. I'm okay with that. Like, for real. Girlfriend.
We have to know when to let relationships go.
Mm-hmm.
We were reading a book called, was it Intelligent Relationship?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think.
I got that. Mm-hmm.
That's what it was?
Relationship Intelligence.
Relationship Intelligence. And that book, oh my gosh, opened my eyes to a lot of things as far as relationships, like that relationship she having with that potato right now.
Mm.
It opened my eyes to a lot of dynamics of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It helped me understand that I can't put everybody in the same category. Some people are associates, some people are assignments, and some people are actual friends. But we have to know where those people fit in at, and it's up to us to put them in the right spot. Right. Sometimes we allow people to put themselves in a spot that they don't belong,
mm-hmm.
and then we end up being hurt or the relationship damaged or whatever. But when I read that book, it helped me understand where to put some people at, and I put them in that place without them even knowing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like I had to sit down and have this long talk, drawn out talk. Now some of them you may have to, depending on the place they're in. You may have to have that talk with them, but I didn't have to. And even though they were not in the appropriate place, it wasn't like my life was hell or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't affecting me to that point. But some people, you do. And then even in the book, it also talked about knowing where we fit in people's lives also. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, like we know people that need help, but they don't want it from you. Yeah. And you got to be okay with it. Like, they need your help. They need help, but because of the place that they're in, they just don't want it from you. And you have to be okay with it.
I'm one that has different sets of friends, and I don't mix all my friends together. Like, I'm not gonna put you with this group and I know y'all don't do the same thing or y'all don't run the same way. I want people to be comfortable around people. I want people to be themselves. So if I feel like you can't be yourself or somebody may be offended, I'm not gonna mix friends together. That's just me. Mm-hmm. And then I'm not gonna go out of town with everybody. Like, everybody you can't go out of town with. Like, some people will make your trip a living hell. When I go out of town, I'm on vacation. I want to relax and chill. I don't like a judgmental person. Like, I don't. Like, I have a couple of friends that we don't talk a lot, but I can call them right now and say anything. They ain't finna pass no judgment. They finna mostly listen. They finna definitely listen. But they're also gonna say some stuff I need to hear. Mm-hmm. Probably some stuff that I don't want to hear, but they ain't finna pass no judgment. Mm-hmm. So.
I remember this time, me and my husband and a couple other couples and people went out of town. Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby.
So you hitting on that? You can't go out of town with everybody?
What?
Baby, you can.
We said, yeah, that was the worst trip ever. I mean, the worst trip ever. I said, we won't do that no more. And if we do, we'll be very particular about who we go with. Because, yeah, it was the worst trip ever. And I think people gotta learn that. Like you said, everybody don't mix well.
They don't.
Everybody don't mix well. You have to know that based on the people that's in your circle.
And even with the last experience when we went out of town, babe was, I mean, we had a good time, but you'll get people that sign up for a trip and know they ain't got their money together and leave you holding the bag. Yeah, babe ain't with that. He said we'll go by ourselves. Like, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be, because it's a bill I ain't signed up to get.
Yeah.
And it was his birthday, so of course we had to get a house and put the money on the card and all of that, but you just have to be very mindful. Very, very mindful. I don't think I got, more corn. I'm gonna be full off of these fixings, honey.
I definitely done had my share of corn and potatoes. My God.
Now marriage. Yeah, I'm coming for you.
Ooh.
I like being married. I did. But it has to be to the right person. I like companionship. Love companionship. I don't know what the future holds, but I hope that's in the will of God for me to be married again. That may be my plan, but that may not be God's plan. So hey, we gonna see where it go at. But with any relationship, there must be communication, and you got to put in work. You got to put in work. You can't be in this relationship or be in any relationship or marriage and think you ain't communicating, baby. That thing gonna go down to the bottom of the hill from 0 to 10 real fast.
Yeah.
Trust me. So you gotta communicate with your partner. If there's a problem, you can't be going outside your house telling somebody before you tell your partner. Because guess what? That ain't gonna solve it. Your partner shouldn't be the last to know what's going on or what the problem is. And you got people, oh God, you got people that are miserable in their life, so they want to see you miserable in your life. So you got to be careful of who you take nuggets from, who you take advice from. Baby, leave them people over there in their miserable life. I mean that, like, let them people alone. Let them mind their own self business, because that's the problem, baby.
You definitely have to be careful with that. Definitely. I had a couple of wives that I was talking to, and by the way, I've been married for 11 years, going on 12.
So baby's a veteran. She can tell y'all. Come on.
She said it's not for the weak. Put on your big girl panties and your big boy tidy whities or whatever you want to put on.
Yeah.
It's work. It's a beautiful thing. It really is if you want it to be. But it takes work. We didn't always agree. And sometimes we still don't agree. We didn't agree about something the other day, but guess what? That's still my boo. And I love him. Period.
Hey, boo. Hi, honey.
That's my king.
Period.
But yeah, it was times I didn't like him. I woke up and was like, Lord, is this what you really? You didn't say that. You didn't. You playing. But those are just feelings, and they come and go. And we have to learn not to respond about. Oh my gosh! Excuse me.
Oh, you're not acting like a lady.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's my boo, and we in this thing. We in this thing. We done been through some stuff. We have endured some things, but we made it out, and that was nobody but the grace of God. Cause
and baby, you better ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah. That's my ride or die right now. And so we gonna and we have learned over the years, and we have had counseling, wise counseling, We didn't just go out and talk to everybody. We didn't do that. But we knew at the end of the day it was me and him. It's like people say it's us against the world, and that's how it was. And we had to understand and remember why we got married. It wasn't because for him to buy me a car, pay my bills, take care of my kids. It wasn't for none of that. It was because I loved him, and he loved me.
Y'all heard it later, the queen.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a wonderful thing, but yeah, you're gonna have some storms.
Yeah,
definitely gonna have that. But you can make it through if you want to. If you want to.
Yeah.
Keyword, if you want to. Because some of these new wives
and a lot of
some of the new wives
they wouldn't make it.
The concept, they are infatuated with the concept of being married, but not realizing the work that it takes to stay married. You want to say, oh, I got a ring and I had this beautiful wedding, and that's all well and great. But after all that's done, real life happens. Like she said, you have to communicate on a daily basis. It's give and take. It's not going to always go your way.
No.
You will, women, wives, we have to learn how to hush our mouths. And that don't mean that I'm weak. But like the old folks say, you learn how to choose your battles. Some things are not even worth arguing over. Talking about, just, okay. Lord, I'm going to let you have, I'm going to let him have that one. I'm going to let him have that one, God.
She just dropped a nugget right there. Wives, we have to learn how to shut up. Because, baby, when I first went to marriage counseling, I'm sitting there like, my pastor, because that's how I met her. She said, I see it all over you. Your mouth. I ain't even said nothing. The lady said, it's your mouth. She wasn't lying.
Oh,
baby, I didn't know how to shut up. I didn't know how to be quiet. I gotta be the boss. I always gotta have the last word. What? Yeah.
The last word gonna have you left alone. Single.
So, baby, I was able to see me. I did a lot of growing from 2015 to now. From getting a divorce to just going through a class that taught me what it was to be a wife, what it was to be a woman. It really helped me. Like, and even with going to women conferences, it helped me see myself. Because, baby, some of us wives think ain't nothing wrong with us. Nothing. And I say wives because guess what? I'm a wife. I'm not married right now, but I'm a wife. Like, I'm supposed to be a wife. So, I got that on me. But anyway, it's like, yeah, marriage is give and take. It's definitely give and take. There's a compromise. It's not all about you. You can't be selfish and be no wife, baby. No.
You can't be selfish and be married.
Yeah, you can't be selfish and be married. You can't.
And then people, the world and society has marriage looked upon as if it's like prison. It's not.
It ain't.
Because my husband, he doesn't tell me I can't go nowhere and I can't do nothing, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I check in with him. Hey, honey. Perfect example. When my sister reached out to me and asked me to do this, the first thing I said was,
let me check with my husband. But the first thing I said, do y'all have plans or do y'all have something to do? Because I know this lady got a husband. She got to check with her husband. Not because she not grown. It's out of respect. And she has somebody she's accountable to. A lot of people don't understand that in relationships. They're not the boss of you, but that's who you're accountable to. That's your accountability partner.
And not only that, you want to have friends that respect your marriage.
Yeah.
Because you have something, like I told a wife some years ago, she was going through a situation, and I told her, I said, you have to respect your marriage. You have to make people respect your marriage. Because if you don't, They don't care whether or not you get a divorce. They don't care.
Mm-mm.
They're not. They're gonna be like, when it's all said and done, they're gonna be like, oh my, I'm so sorry to hear that, girl. It was okay, but deep down inside, you probably should have stayed your way home.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to hang out, acting like you single and you ready to mingle.
Yes.
And it's okay. Guess what? It's okay. That don't mean my life. Me and my husband have a good time by ourselves and when I'm away.
Period.
We enjoy ourselves, but people look at it as, I don't want to be married because I don't want nobody telling me what I can and can't do. I want my own money and all that. Well, stay single.
Definitely.
Please stay single.
And there'll be somebody out there to come right along and appreciate that man or that woman. So play with it if you want to. Play with it if you want to. It ain't just about wives, it's about husbands too. Like somebody gonna come along and appreciate that woman, or somebody gonna come along and appreciate that man. Act like you don't appreciate them. Act like you don't appreciate them. Carisha, please.
Not Carisha.
Yes, Carisha, please.
Carisha probably is what got you single, divorce right there. You and Carisha.
Baby, that lady want to be a city girl, honey. I'm trying to tell you.
You and Carisha is what got y'all single.
Baby
right
said it's an act bad summer.
Go ahead, act bad. Get ripped out the plastic like you bring. Go right ahead.
Yes, honey. Rip me out the plastic.
I'll be like, ooh, I'm so sorry.
She had the plastic by herself. You give me another napkin, please.
Okay. It's over. Y'all get y'all friends.
Yes. Hi, guys.
It's that for me.
It's definitely
The
that.
punchline.
Yes.
Hi, guys. It's me.
Yes. Feed honey. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe and share. Period.
Like, comment, share.
Yes.
But it's a beautiful thing. It's definitely a beautiful thing. But we also have to make sure we deal with ourselves and things from our past, because I have learned in learning that we carry things from our childhood into our relationships, and then they come out in our relationships, in our marriages, friendships.
They do.
So we have to deal with that stuff. And sometimes we don't want to because it's painful, but it's for our good. Because it's not fair for you to bring all of that into a relationship with somebody and they don't have they don't understand why you're behaving the way you're behaving, saying what you're saying, and it's all because of something from your past or your childhood or even a previous relationship or marriage. Sometimes we don't give ourselves time because we jumping from one relationship to the next, thinking that that's gonna fix it, but you the problem. You the problem.
Period. You
the problem. You're the common denominator because you haven't even sat down and said, okay, let me just take some time to myself and deal with me, because we know what our issues are. We know what our character flaws are, and sometimes we just don't. You need to top off.
Hit me, please hit me.
She drinking this like it's a whole Moscato.
Hit me, please.
I can't. It's up.
I ain't know made a good watermelon like that, honey.
Yeah,
it is so delicious, so good. Baby,
she over here cracking it.
After a long week of working, baby, this is what you need for a Friday night, honey. Yes, boy.
Definitely.
Yes.
Hit the spot. I haven't eaten all day.
Oh, I couldn't.
Wait,
baby,
I had a yogurt.
I took a picture of my breakfast plate, baby. I had me some eggs, some piece of turkey sausage, some bananas and strawberries cut up, and some avocado. So healthy and so delicious. So delicious. Ain't no way we finna finish all of this. We're not.
At all. Because your girl getting a little full.
Me too. I've got a little bit more of this.
Crab leg.
Yes, good.
The potatoes is everything.
Yes, they
I'm
are.
about to throw some in the pot just to eat them.
Mm.
But I don't need them. Cause what? I gotta try to get rid of Muffy
Baby, me too.
and just ignite them.
Well, we're gonna wrap up this video and finish eating our crab. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we will see you on the next video. Bye, guys!